Hi guys, it's Shenmi. Welcome to my channel, or welcome back if you're not new around here. Thank you guys so much for watching today's video. I have to say I am a bit nervous today. For Mental Health Awareness Month, which is this month, May 2020, I wanted to film finally a mental health update. The last time I filmed one of these was in October or September last year. I don't even really know anymore, and it was called Anxiety Update, and I talked about my fear of spending money and more things that bring me anxiety. Now I know that we're currently in very different times than that, and I know that most of you probably don't want to hear sad things or hear someone talk about their anxiety, but it is Mental Health Awareness Month, and mental health is still important, and talking about mental health is still important, even though we're currently in a global pandemic and all we want is watch cute cats talk to each other for half an hour. I don't know. Wow, that was an explicit example. Anyway, what I want to say with this is that I don't want to bring you guys, you know, the bad only. I want to share, you know, on my channel, I want to be authentic and realistic, and anxiety and panic attacks are a part of my day-to-day life and a part of so many other people's daily life, and it's too important not to share, and that's why I'm going to share, you know, things that I've been going through recently. But what I also want to share is things that make me happy and things that bring me joy, so that this video is not only going to be about anxiety. So yeah, with that being said, let's get into this video. So I have a little outline for this video, but I specifically didn't write a script because I really want this video to be like the last anxiety update. I want it to be real, and I want it to not be staged, and I wanted to just talk to you guys. So this video is probably going to be a little longer, so if you can, just grab a cup of tea or grab a snack and, you know, we can chat a little bit. So since the last anxiety update, a lot of things in my life have changed. I mean, you know, it's still kind of the same life. I'm still kind of the same person, but you know, there's just been so many things happening, and you know, even on YouTube, since the last video, I gained like 700 subscribers, which is insane. And what I've noticed since then is that YouTube is playing a huge part in my anxiety. It is something that can bring me extreme joy. I love editing. I love thinking about new videos to post, and it really genuinely makes me happy to communicate with you guys and see your guys' feedback. But on the flip side, it's also really scary, especially with more subscribers. I think when I started this channel, that was 2015, I would post like kind of like self-help videos about feeling lonely and anxiety, and I feel like I was so much more confident and fierce in the things that I talked about on YouTube because, you know, not many people watched it. And I was very glad for all the people that watched, but at the same time, you know, it was still not many people. And I always thought that I'd never be the person to change my personality for YouTube or to change my content for anyone else, but I feel like it's kind of inevitable as you become bigger and as the numbers grow. And I have noticed that I'm trying to post videos every week in order to please an algorithm I don't really understand, and in order to not lose out on a chance to gain more subscribers. And I started noticing that with every video idea I have, the second thought that pops into my head is, are people gonna watch this? And obviously that is a legitimate question because, you know, I'm not on YouTube just for myself. I'm also on YouTube for you guys. And you're very important to me. Your opinion matters to me. And I would hate to post content that you guys don't enjoy. And I think I'm in the middle of trying to find balance between the two and to try and still be authentic on YouTube, but still post videos that you guys like. And yeah, that has been giving me a little bit of anxiety. It's not as bad as it has been before. There were months this year where I was really focused on the numbers, but that doesn't really matter to me that much anymore because it's not numbers, it's people. Like, viewing it as numbers would be so not true, and it wouldn't do the person on the other end of the screen justice to say that you're numbers, you're not. And I'm just starting to feel that, and feel that each of you 800 people willingly decided to follow me, and that is something so much bigger than the number. Yeah, I'm still learning, and I'm still trying to find my personal style here on YouTube and try not to be too influenced by others, because I get influenced quite easily. I'm pretty open to a lot of things, and especially on YouTube, I've realized that I have let other YouTubers and their style of editing or their thumbnails or just what their videos are about influence myself. And I'm trying to kind of not do that anymore. I mean, I like looking at other YouTubers for inspiration, but I should still stick to my own personality because that's what people are gonna follow me for. They don't want a copy of someone else. You know, you want someone unique on here, right? Yeah, that's some things that I've been thinking about considering YouTube. Yeah, it's not really easy to put yourself out there when there's a lot of people potentially judging you, but so far my community, you guys are just really great and kind, and so kind. I've received so many messages of you guys like trusting me and telling me that you love my content, and complimenting me and telling me, a complete stranger, about your life, and you don't really know how happy that makes me, I think. But yeah, enough about that. Topic 1 off the list officially. It feels good to talk about this. I don't know. I really want to be authentic on this platform, and I mean, I know you guys are all around my age, so drink every time I say authentic in this video. No, don't. Please. Don't. I think it would not be right to not talk about Corona in this video. I know that a lot of people are very tired of hearing about this. I am as well. Some days I like to pretend that all of this is not happening, but it is, and I think it's Mental Health Awareness Month, and some things I learned in my journey to bettering my mental state is that you shouldn't shy away from talking about things, and that's why I'm gonna talk about Corona now. If you don't want to hear about this, it's totally fine. I understand this. You know, this can be triggering, so I put the time when it's over. What was that? I put the time when it's over here so you can skip if you want to, and I'll give you a little bit of time. Okay, that should have been enough time. So let's continue. Yay, talking about the virus. So for me personally, this may sound very foolish. I don't think that I'm that afraid of the virus in particular. It is a dangerous virus that we don't know anything about. We definitely shouldn't underestimate it. I know a lot of people who are underestimating it, and you know, I'm guilty of keeping quiet when people I'm close to did something I feel like was wrong. And that's not good. You know, we should all acknowledge the dangers of this virus. I would never be someone to say that it isn't serious, but for me personally, I noticed that it's not what I'm scared about, because I know that I'm trying my best to keep myself healthy and safe and try my best to keep others safe, and I follow the rules and all of that. And in my mind, it's like, you know, if it happens, it happens. If I get sick, you know, it will happen. My boyfriend works in a grocery store, so there's always a risk. I guess if it happens, you know, it happens, and I can't really do anything about that. And all I can do is do what, you know, the rules are: stay at home and wear a mask. And yeah, I'm trying to do that. And if it still happens, you know, then that I couldn't prevent it. And yeah, that's kind of my take on that. What I am anxious about and what I've been noticing in the past few weeks, I'm really anxious about conspiracy theorists. Wow, I need a tea. Ooh. This is peach mango tea. Tastes really good, but it's already cold. I've been sitting here for like 20 minutes, but before that I had quite a hard time to set up the camera right. So this tea has just been getting cold for the past hour. Yeah, but that's my fault. Anyway, yeah, I feel like it's all people talk about recently, conspiracy theories, conspiracy theorists, and I personally have people in my life, and my boyfriend has people in his life who believe that stuff, and people who seriously question science and scientific knowledge and scientific studies. And I think that's what scares me. And it scares me because I try to be very empathetic, and you know, we're 7 billion people, I think even 8 billion people now on this planet, and being selfish is just not gonna help us at all. I mean, I think it has a lot to do with, you know, capitalism and just the society we live in. We live in a society to, you know, think so selfishly, and to think that, you know, as long as I'm doing good, that's all that matters, you know. And I very strongly believe that we can only survive as a species if every one of us is willing to let go of a bit of privilege in order for everyone to live in the same conditions and to live a good life. And what that means for the majority of us is, you know, to stay at home and to wear a mask and to keep others who are compromised safe. That's, you know, an important task that we have to fulfill now. And conspiracy theorists come into our lives and they talk about freedom, and they shit on all the rules, and they neglect the science, even though they do not know anything about science or medicine or viruses or even how to read studies. And they claim that we're all just so afraid to die and that we are following a government who is just trying to control us and that we are stupid because of that. And I get that, but I think the people who are really afraid to die are the conspiracy theorists. Because, you know, what we're doing when we're staying at home, obviously, of course, we're afraid to die. Like, no one is truly not afraid to die, but what we are afraid of, or what we want to avoid, is to get others sick. Like, that's our task. We don't want to get others sick. And these conspiracy theorists, it seems like they don't really think about that. I often say that they think that they are living in Animal Crossing, where you have like 10 neighbors and the world is fine, but that is just not the case. We're so many people on this planet and we're all, you know, humanity. And we really, really need to look out for each other. And it hurts me that there's people, and you know, it's many people who act so selfishly, and I don't want to blame any of them because they're not stupid, they're not dumb or crazy. They're just afraid. They are afraid to lose control. How do you gain back control over your life? You stop following the rules. You act as if all of this is not happening. And that's why I think that the conspiracy theorists are the real people who are afraid to die. Yeah, that just really hurts me. Because I really strongly believe that we have to give up a bit of our privilege. If it's, whether it's, you know, cutting out meat from our diet or using less water, whatever it may be, buying secondhand. You know, we have to give up a bit of privilege in order that everyone can live a nice life for a long time. And mostly, you know, that task lays on the super rich, the billionaires, you know. If they would give up just a bit of their privilege, you know, the world would be such a better place. And I guess just seeing normal people who are not billionaires act like this so selfishly, I guess that just hurts me a lot, and that surprised me. And I think that's why I've been so anxious about it. I can get very passionate about my ideals and what I think is right. I see it as part of my personal task on this planet to try and make this world a better place. And I strongly believe that giving up your privilege is a huge part of this. And yeah, I'm sorry guys, this video was gonna be quite the long one, I guess. But that were some things I've been anxious about. Now I want to jump into something good. So I wrote down a few of the things that have brought me joy over the past few weeks. And I wanted to share them with you guys as a sort of inspiration for you to do the same. Because I know this time is really harsh on us and on our mental health, especially with the pressure to be productive and to come out of this quarantine looking like J-Lo and having 10 additional degrees and everything. And you don't have to do none of this, but yeah, let this be an inspiration for you to write a little list or just think about some things that have brought you joy in this time. So obviously, number one, two things that bring me joy are my partner and Max. Max is my cat, if you don't know. He's not here right now. He's sleeping in the corner there. They've been giving me so much stability in these times. I've had quite a few panic attacks in the past few weeks because of a lot of reasons, but the main reason was doing my taxes and realizing that I messed up quite heavily I mean, now I can laugh about it, which I guess is progress. My boyfriend and my cat have been what motivates me to get myself out of it. Because when I see that it hurts them and they suffer from it, you know, it hurts me and I feel bad. So yeah, they've been really so important for me in this time. My next point is our new Saturday evening ritual. And today is Saturday, so I'm really excited for tonight, because our ritual is basically making a little dinner and movie night. And we basically just put the dining table in this room because this is our only room, and we eat burgers that we made, and we talk and drink, and it has been really nice, just like in a restaurant. We put on the candle and some music, and it has been so refreshing because I've honestly been losing my mind not being able to go outside, and this has just eased my anxiety so much. It's the thing I look forward to the entire week, and it has been such a good little change. Today is the third time we're doing this. And for the movies we watched The Invisible Man, which was really, really good. And then last week we watched Crazy Rich Asians, which was also quite good. Just the ending to me personally was a little disappointing, but you should definitely check out both of these movies. They're so good, and I think they're both on Netflix. The third point I made are the YouTube comments and my growing community here. I think the comments are what makes me the happiest on here, and you guys seriously are what keeps me going. Reading your guys' comments, seeing you guys enjoy my content, it makes me really, really happy. And obviously, like, we're growing. Ooh, it's crazy. It makes me really, really happy. It makes me feel like I'm actually likable, that I can actually make a little bit of a change in someone else's world. Then I wrote down rainy days, driving around with the Vespa again. We don't have a Vespa, I just call it a Vespa because I don't know what else to call it. But that has been fun. Reading and chilling in the morning. My boyfriend has to wake up at around 6, and so till around 7:30 I just read and take my time waking up, which has been really nice. Dance. Yeah, I've been dancing recently. I used to dance when I was like 14 or 15. I used to dance to K-pop dances and everything, and I started again this month with Mamamoo's Starry Night. Mamamoo is my favorite group ever. They're so good. And I always wanted to learn all their dances, so I just started, and it's been really fun. Oh, I found a therapist. That is a point on my list. I found a therapist online, and that has been quite the success for me because all the other therapists I've been looking at for the past few months just didn't seem sympathetic to me, and I just didn't click with any of them. And then I found one online this month, and I just have to call her now, which is the next big step that I probably will take a long time to take because I'm afraid that this is gonna cost me all of my savings. But we're getting there slowly. Oh yeah, and that was my list. There's also other things that have come to my mind, like playing Animal Crossing whenever I can. Has been really nice, and yeah. So again, I hope this might inspire you guys to think about some of the things that have brought you joy. I have opened up to my family about my issues, about my anxiety and my panic attacks. All of this happened in December. December was really a bad month for me. I was so stressed with everything. And then I had a huge argument with my mom, and I basically opened up to everyone about my anxiety and my mental health and my panic attacks. Granted, the reactions I got weren't that satisfying, especially from my mom, but just saying this and just staying true to who I am and just recognizing that this is something I struggle with, it was really good. Yeah, it made me feel really good. It was hard, and I have been, you know, it was pretty disappointing in a lot of points. I didn't really get the outcome that I thought I would, or I had hoped for, but just having it out there feels really good. You know, if you're struggling with anxiety and your family just doesn't acknowledge it or doesn't seem to care about it, try to talk to them, because my family didn't even notice or realize that it was what it is. And even though I had panic attacks in front of multiple family members, they didn't see them as an issue that I have and have had for my entire life. So if you ever feel disappointed and sad because your family doesn't seem to notice you and your feelings, if you can and if you feel comfortable enough, you could try and share that with them. Oh, and I don't really have anything else on my list. I hope this was not jumbled up and all over the place for you guys. I hope this was kind of understandable, and there's someone out there who feels the exact same way and who might feel understood. All have these issues, and I think it's really important to just talk about it and open up about it. And yeah, I feel a lot better now. I didn't expect that. Feel free to comment down below how you've been feeling lately, or what has brought you joy in the past few weeks. That would be very interesting to me. And if you don't want to share it in the comments, feel free to slide into my DMs. I respond to everyone, and try to help and try to listen to you guys. My Instagram name is Shenmies and Mysteries. It's way too long and I need to change it, but if you want, you can give me a follow there and we can chat. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed today's video. Don't forget to subscribe and like this video for more content like this. And yeah, thank you so much for watching. Bye.
Wow.